Hello, this is SSW. Decided to do a stream here. I'm want to bring in some air gunners. The air gun community is under attack right now on YouTube. Now, I do not know exactly why we're under the most scrutiny, but it seems that at the current, maybe we're just low-hanging fruit. I don't know what's going on with the firearm community, but it seems that they really don't like air gunners at the present. YouTube doesn't like air gunners, and it's time for us to come together as a community. I mean, because we're under attack on YouTube. It's either we leave YouTube or branch out to other channels. You know, it's branch out to other video platforms, which I have done. But it's getting pretty bad on YouTube for air gunners. And TAC can't do live streams now. I had 2 streams shut down, even though I've specifically said they weren't firearms. On the firearms policy, I don't know what's going on. They never really tell you exactly what the firearms policy is. It's very vague. Even though I've read it, well, it's not vague. I've read it and it says firearm. Well, we're not doing firearms. But they seem to be going after us air gunners. I want your input. I want other air gunners to come in because I want to set up a major panel discussion stream with all the prominent air gunners out there, from Frady Cat to Scaredy Cat to Rune Rebel, especially Rune Rebel. We want to get him in here, get support from him. He's very prominent. But YouTube has been attacking air gunners lately, and we don't even shoot firearms. So isn't that crazy? Well, all right. All right. So we're going to bring in the air gunners. We're going to bring in the air gunners to hear their thoughts if they've been under attack for this censorship. Let me know if other air gun channels besides me and Tax have been under attack, like we have, and it's because I don't think we're the only air gunners under this amount of attack. So the chat is pretty cold. It's as cold as ice. Look, I just want to make sure we stand together. No one likes censorship. Nobody. It's one of the reasons why I left this platform for a while. Is the outright censorship. But it seems to me, I want to bring attention to the fact that they attack air gunners more than they attack firearms people. You know? All right. So all my air gunners, come in. You're welcome to my air gunners. It's a morning time. I just want to talk to the air gunners, see if this goes down well. right. Decided to do this in the morning. I mean, I don't like what's going on YouTube with how us air gunners have been under so much attack lately. It's crazy. Channels. I've heard stories of channels like going off. Channels shutting down and everything like that. It's not right. Okay, well, if you're watching, join the chat. Don't let the chat be so cold. You don't have to be air gunner to be in here. I mean, this affects other channels as well. I mean, they're coming after, not just firearms channels, but they'll come after archery channels next. They'll come after knife channels, slingshot channels. They seem to be hell-bent on shutting down anything that's, self-defense or, hunting, shooting of any kind, So whatever your stripe is, it seems to me that the air gun community is under attack a lot. I don't know much about what's going on in the firearms communities on YouTube, but if we're under the same attack, I mean, we can't be divided on this one. Now, I have other video platforms that I use. So YouTube isn't my only video platform, but it is the one that gets the most views, the most attention. All the other platforms, I don't get as much attention on those platforms. Not as much views, not as much attention. Not as much subscriptions or followers or whatever. Instagram, despite being full of e-thoughts and perverts, actually is more fair to air gunners, than YouTube is. How you doing, Josh? How are you? I saw you do your. You're pretty good with the guitar, Josh. I watched that video. I was just talking about how air gunners have been under a certain amount of attack lately. I mean, less than lethal people, PCP people. And what I mean by PCP, it's not the drug. It's pre-charged pneumatic. It's basically like an air rifles and stuff like that. Pre-charged pneumatic air rifles. Oh, welcome, Josh. Welcome. You are very talented in music. I mean, you got a great you can rip. I can tell you that. I mean, you got that. You got you could have been a rock star. I'd say that, Josh. The point is that is I'm an air gunner, okay? Amongst other things, I'm an air gunner, okay? I don't like what YouTube is doing to air gunners, okay? And I'm not the only one they're doing this to, okay? And the thing is, even if you're not an air gunner, okay, this affects you. They're going to go after everybody eventually. And you're so right. Thank you, Cindy. It seems to me that they have an ire for air gunners, even though we don't shoot actual firearms. But, you know, the firearms community was the first people they censored. Now they're coming after us. I mean, the firearms people are just, I get it. They've been under attack on YouTube as well. The prominent channels don't get attacked as much. The ones that get the most views, I've noticed, like Kentucky Ballistics. But the airgun channels, we get attacked, especially the less than lethal folks. You know what I mean? The people that shoot less than lethal launchers, PCP, air rifles. All we do is provide self-defense alternatives. That's all. That's all we do. Okay. We don't shoot actual firearms, but we get a lot of heat. I mean, we get channels, we get strikes on our streams and everything like that. Even though we show, but what we're shooting, what we show aren't actual firearms. I read the firearms policy. It says firearms. And it makes me think that their definition of firearms is not exactly what the rational definition of a firearm is. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And I'm just saying that our community, our airgun community, is basically being attacked right now. It's being censored. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why. It could be, I have a few theories. It could be because anyone can get a less than lethal. No matter who you are, you can get a less than lethal in America. Countries vary. And in some parts of Europe and everything like that, in other countries, South Africa, you can get less than lethal, okay? Just about anybody, depending on what country you're in. Particularly America, you can get less than lethal, no background check, no nothing. And you could have a means of defending yourself regardless of who you are. That might be a reason why we've earned the ire of the YouTube censors. I don't know why. It's because it's so easily available, and we're showing people, you can have this, and it's legal, and you can carry it, and you can do what you need to do. It's no sense to me. What do they think? Well, we're not dealing with rational people here, Cindy. We're dealing with people who don't believe in self-defense altogether. They don't believe that people have a right. Any blue state you're in, they believe that citizens should never have a right to defend themselves against criminals. That's only reserved for the police. I don't know why they believe in that. Don't ask me why. I've been told several theories that they back the criminals that over good honest people. Don't ask me why liberals believe this. Why it don't make no sense to me. Not as much yet, Josh. The slingshot community is not under attack yet because the slingshots are regarded as toys by most people. It's a very underestimated weapon. I'll tell you that. It's regarded as a child's toy by the outside world, even though there are slingshots that can do a lot of damage. Slingshot rifles, that can that can get it done. So not yet, but give it time. Now it's yeah. Now on other platforms this doesn't happen. Okay, I'm on Rumble, I'm on Odyssey, Gab TV. You wouldn't have this problem on there. Air gunners don't get flack. You know what I mean? Not even on Instagram, air gunners get flack. Even though on Instagram there are perverts and e-thoughts and sickos. You know what I mean? You still got a good air gun community on Instagram. You know. But yeah, I made a video about it last night. I'm trying to get air gunners together. One of my friends, who is a fellow air gunner and less than lethal enthusiast, he's also a PCP air rifle enthusiast, big tactical. He's no longer allowed to do any streaming. He's banned from streaming on his channel. I'm not going to say what's going to happen, but yeah, there's many times I've contemplated legal action as well. So we'll get into that. But yeah, we're in yeah, I mean YouTube has become very unfriendly to air gunners, and it's not right. So if anybody has any thoughts why they're attacking us so vigorously and leaving prominent I know I've gone down in views. I only got 2 thumbs up and 2 views. All right, 3 thumbs up. That's awesome. On these type of streams, when I'm going after YouTube, they really do mess with the views. I mean, really. Do they just intentionally take people off the stream? I do not know. So I'm getting thumbs up, but only 2 views. So that's very strange for YouTube. I'm getting 4 thumbs up and only 2 views. That don't make no sense. That makes no sense at all. That don't add up. That doesn't add up. But yeah, I just wanted to say this, we air gunners are the air gun community on YouTube. Well, it's not the fact they don't want to post, okay? It's not the fact they don't want to post us, okay? We can post the videos, the air gun videos, but even though we're not technically, what we shoot is not firearms at all. Less than lethals, PCP air rifles, under U.S. law, under U.S. federal law, not firearms. Some states will consider PCP a firearm, but most don't. So we're perfectly within the YouTube guidelines, but because I've read them, about the firearms policy. And it just says firearms. And it's strange. We're not shooting firearms. But for some reason, they're going after us and using the firearms policy against us. Well, yeah, I would say that it would be better for a teenage psycho to use a less than lethal to get even with their bullies than an actual firearm. Don't you think? At least no one's going to die, given that scenario. You know what I mean? I mean, if a bullied kid uses a less than lethal on a bully, like with some pepper balls, to basically say, "Get the hell away from me, bully!" Pow, pow, pow. And and he just gets pepper ball, but he still lives. He still lives the other kid still lives. I mean, I don't see what the problem is. It's better than a psycho school shooter with an actual firearm killing people. I would think that would be a much better way. Hell, if I had a less than lethal when I was a kid, there would be a lot of bullies getting a face full of pepper ball. That being said, pepper ball. Well, I don't know exactly, Cindy, what their deal is. I really don't. Thanks for the 7 thumbs up, by the way. I don't know what it is. I really don't. But, I stand for my fellow air gunners in this situation. I mean, I do believe in freedom of speech. I believe that we have a right to express our hobbies, express ourselves, as air gunners. I don't know, Josh. It depends on where you are. I mean, regardless of what YouTube is doing, there are thousands of people finding out about less than lethal, about Burnus, about T4E, about Mercury Rise, about these different brands of less than lethal self-defense products. Also, they're finding out about PCP air rifles. You have people who've committed crimes and can't own a firearm who are buying PCP air rifles, who are buying all the. So regardless of what YouTube is doing, you censor us, the message gets out that much greater. I mean, I don't know what it is. Maybe you don't want people buying these products, because YouTube is very liberal. They're anti-self-defense. So here's something new on the scene. It doesn't require background checks. It doesn't require all that kind of paperwork, and everyone can carry, and it's not regulated like it is let's say with firearms. Maybe that they don't like that very much. They don't like that. Because it's new on the scene. It's unregulated, and anyone can get one. And they're wary, maybe, and they're liberals, and like, ooh, they'll use that to defend themselves. Everyone can get one. Amen. Amen, Iron Man. That being said, the air gun community on YouTube is under attack, but it doesn't really matter because there are plenty of other places. You censor the air gun community, we're all going to go to Rumble. We're all going to go to Odyssey. There's plenty of us on Instagram. You're not stopping the message, basically, of us. Just basically having I think what it is, the left hates the right of. They hate the right of people to defend themselves in general. I'm not talking about just firearms. I'm not talking about anything weapon related in the sense that the right to defend yourself is something they hate. That human beings have a fundamental God-given right to defend their life when it is threatened is something they hate. Let's leave the weapons out of it. The self-defense, the right of self-defense is something that's been under attack. They hate that. They hate it. This is the reason why they put laws in against self-defense in a lot of European countries. And anywhere the left takes over, there's an anti-self-defense kind of slant on them. And it just says that how they hate natural rights. Because if people have a right to naturally defend themselves, well, they have a right to defend themselves against their violence and stuff like that. And they don't like that. So true, Terry. So true. I think, I don't know what it is. It could be a communist philosophy about, the state has to have the money. I think it comes from communism is what it does. The state must always have a monopoly on force. I think that's what communists believe. And that anything that threatens that monopoly must be prosecuted, must be destroyed. Anything that threatens that monopoly on force is a threat to the state. And I think that's what they believe. I think that's a communist philosophy. And that's the reason YouTube has been very upset with the air gun community, very upset with the less than lethal community as well. Because we're showing people you can get a means of self-defense that is effective, and you don't need a background check. You don't need all that, Well, we have a lot of air gunners in Florida too, Josh. I'm moving to South Carolina though. That's where I'm moving. But the point is that getting back to YouTube is run by liberals. Okay, liberals hate self-defense. They hate guns. But it's not the gun itself. I think they hate. I think it's the fact that people. They hate the natural right of self-defense. It's not the tool they hate that they want to ban. They want to ban the right of self-defense. That's what they hate the most. And that's what we're seeing. It's like, so YouTube is run by a lot of liberals, and liberals want the state to have a monopoly on force. They don't want us to be able to defend themselves against their tyranny. Amen, Iron Man. Amen. Amen. I couldn't agree with that statement more. See, God wants us to have a right to defend ourselves. It's stated in the Bible that God wants us to defend ourselves, to defend our families, defend the people that we love. But yeah, for those who are not in the airgun community, understand that we are under attack. The airgun people, the people who shoot PCPs and less than lethals, like ourselves, we're under attack right now on YouTube. So this content is very important because it gives information, and that's all we're doing. Okay, we're giving information about, hey, look, here's a means of defending yourself that doesn't require a background check. That doesn't require all the paperwork and all the red tape that anyone can carry. That's in most states is pretty much legal to carry. You know, you can defend your home with this. I think that's what, I don't know. You tell me. I'm down to 3 views. 7 thumbs up though, but the view count is always wonky. So yeah, but I defend my fellow air gunners any day of the week. I defend TACFAM. And Big Tactical has been under attack. I've been under attack. Now, I don't know how many other air gunners have been under attack on YouTube, but let me know. Let me know, because I really want to hear from you. If you're an air gunner and if you've been under attack by YouTube and I haven't found your channel yet, let me know, because have they been trying to censor you too? No, man. Well, just want to know if people have been been under this amount of attack. You know, I mean. Well, we got 7 thumbs up. Pretty good. I think I'll continue on. See if the views go up. Even if I might not be in the real views I'm getting right now. Yeah, YouTube, I know what you're doing. Okay, we know what you're doing in this community. You're just going to lose. I mean, a lot of people are just going to other platforms. You know, you're trying to censor air gunners. Air gunners. But remember this: other communities could be under attack in the future, like the knife communities, the archery communities. Oh, archery products. They've been, archery and crossbows and bows have been killing people for thousands of years. People have been using it to defend themselves, and it's been used in warfare, you know? So you're going to go after the archery channels next? You're going to have the people shoot crossbows? People shoot bow and arrows next? Is that what you're going to do? You don't have the people who use knives and blades. This is bullshit. It's bullshit. And it's done out of spite. Okay. There are a lot of blacksmiths on YouTube, Josh, that you can learn from. A lot of great ones. See, a lot of forging people. A lot of blacksmiths. Just look up blacksmith channels, like, you know. A lot of information you can learn about blacksmithing and stuff like that. That being said, you know, it's I don't know how to blacksmith, but I do have the knives. Okay, we're going up in views. But yeah, this has become a problem. And there's a lot of great air gunners out there. Rune Rebel, Big Tactical, Airgun Ballistics, Scaredy Cat TV. I'm naming off a few. Let's see what other air gunners I can think about. Airgun Ranch, the Airgun Ranch, and of course Airgun Alley, Miami. All great air gunners on YouTube. Okay, we got new viewers. Please give me some thumbs up. More thumbs up, and don't let the chat go cold. If you're new, come into the chat, talk to me. If you got any questions about what's going on, I'll try to answer them the best I can. There's a lot that we don't know what's going on with YouTube and why they're censoring air gunners. But there are some things we do know. A thumbs up. I like that. Okay, we're back to 5 views. Thank you. Thank you. Well, don't let the chat go cold. If you're new, join the chat. If you got any questions for me, just ask, I guess. Now, this is a very new thing. YouTube's messing with the view count. That's what they're doing. I see what they're doing. But yeah, it's only a matter of time until they start going after other communities like ours. You know, it's like like the air gun community. I think the next target will be the archery community. Will be the people who shoot bows and crossbows. That'll be their next target. You can guarantee that. And by the way, I'm in the archery community. I have a crossbow. So this affects us all around. I mean, it could affect the slingshot community in the future. It could affect the knife community and all the communities. Of that being said, this censorship is getting bad. They're attacking air gunners, and it's not right. And it's a good hobby to have, Josh. Good skill to learn. If you got like a garage, you can do blacksmithing. Yeah. It requires a certain degree of tools and a forge and all that kind of stuff. But hammers and all that. If you can afford it, go for it. If you have the space, go for it. Well, I think I spent enough time on this stream. I think I've gotten the message out of what's going on. I know we don't have a lot of air gunners here, but support air gunners because you could be next. Your channel could be next. All right. Well, I'll see you, everyone. See you, Josh. See you, everyone. God bless everybody who supports the air gun community and all the members of the air gun community.